How about we do a very brief history of Pokemon Snap? Let's start from the very beginning. Pokemon Red and Blue was released in September of 1998 for the Nintendo Game Boy.
From there, the series became a worldwide phenomenon. It now had a card game, video games, toys, and its own TV show. The N64 had already been out since 1996, and Pokemon Snap was the first Pokemon game to be released on the system.
It's a spin-off game from the main series. It was later released on the Wii Virtual Console in 2007 and on the Wii U Virtual Console in 2016. I welcome you to Let's Play Pokemon Snap. Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Intern Unique.
Hey there guys, I'm Sonic Ghost.
Hey guys, Sexy26 here.
And I'm Matt from Matt's LP Adventures.
And welcome to Let's Play Pokemon Snap for the LPerLeague. Oh boy, this game.
This game. I think we had good timing on it though, because since the game came out on the Wii U Virtual Console, that was the first opportunity I actually had to properly sit down and play it, I'll be honest.
I'm so sorry you played the Wii U VC version.
You know what? It's not actually that bad. It's not that bad.
I beg to differ in some games. I don't know how this one plays, but the dark filter really doesn't help in like the cave level of this game.
The lighting is not something I've had an issue with, mostly because as it is, the lighting on our TVs isn't the best. So any problems with the lighting that comes across from Virtual Console is pretty on par with all the problems the lighting has on our TV, period. But it also means games like, Puzzle Bobble don't blind you with colors that are basically meant to be from Techno Fever Dream in Japan. So that I'm happy for.
Alright, well, I am playing this on the original Wii console, so I hope the lighting is really good on this.
Good.
Also,
the better emulator.
You might not have heard the voice clip I put in there at the little cutscene, but I put in the be very, very quiet, I'm hunting, and then I cut out rabbits and put Pokemon in it.
Hunting Pokemon with my film.
So, the main character's name, his official name is Todd Snap, so that's what we're going with, is Todd. And Professor Oak's a jerk in this game.
Wonderful.
Yeah. You think a picture would be good, and then he gives it like a 1, when it should be like a 10. And I'm like,
he's a
I fail to believe, with complete honesty, that Professor Oak has ever done any photography course. So,
yes, I agree.
Yeah, I swear, this guy's photography is the same thing as modern age people. Of just pointing a cell phone something and say, alright, that's good.
Because his attitude of the photo being perfect is that everything needs to be centered, but in photography, having it in the top right-hand corner and prominently taking up most of the photo is actually considered more appealing because it draws your eye.
Alright, so the controls are a little bit different on this one. You can either play with like a GameCube controller or, the classic controller, whatever you want to play with. I played with the classic, which is mapped button differently. But yeah, in this game, you basically just take pictures of Pokemon and try to get the best shot that you can of them. And then at the end of the level, Professor Oak will look at the pictures and score you based on how you did. And some pictures will be really good, and then some pictures he'll be like, you can do better on that one.
You were close.
Yeah.
Good choice.
And
that is... Go
on. The first level we're doing here is the beach, and it has usually like Pidgeys, Pikachu, Lapras, Butterfree, Meowth, Scyther, Snorlax, and Kangaskhan are the Pokemon on this level. And Lapras is really hard to get on this level because it shows up in different places, and you have to take fast pictures of it for it to come closer and closer. I didn't do it on this round. I messed up. So we'll have to get Lapras back later.
To be fair, I know this game goes on the logic where you can't get every single Pokemon photo on your first visit, or at least not a good one. You have to revisit levels to get the best pictures because of powers and all that.
Oh, and Chansey and Eevee's here too. And you do have to go back and replay through levels a couple of times. On this playthrough, I'm going to show the level once, and then when I go back, I'll just show the best picture I got for that Pokemon when we go back, and I'll just show the score the professor gave it after that. So instead of like a 12-part LP, this is going to be like a 5-part LP.
Yeah, honestly, that's probably one of the best ways to do it, because there's a lot of padding in this game.
Yeah, like, I feel like going for the in-depth blow by blow works if, say, you're doing it blind for the first time and it's all a learning experience, but
Yeah.
doing it in depth of every run, of every time you go into every spot, it's kind of a thing that I imagine it'd get pretty draining over time. It's like if you kept all the grinding in solely for a grinding session in a Pokemon Let's Play, except instead it's photography and all subject to what Professor Oak wants. So, even more stressful than necessary.
Right.
Yeah.
So they basically give you Pidgey for free because that was the first Pokemon on the course.
And they had to show the tutorial and everything.
Yeah, but everything else you have to do by yourself. So you have to go through the best pictures here. It's like, which one's a good picture? And this is what gets me, because sometimes you'll think it's a funny picture, but Professor Oak just kind of shakes his head in shame.
I think it all depends on the framing of the Pokemon and then like their pose, because he only cares for certain framing and poses. Anything else, like, all right,
and
get this out of here.
And also the percentage that it's the angle and also the percentage of this picture that's taken up by it without them being cropped out. But it's unfortunate because also if they take up a lot of the photo, they might be very central, but they might not necessarily be in an appealing pose, and that just kind of contradicts. Like, you look at it and you go, oh, that's floppy because he's in a lot of it, but there's not a lot going on otherwise. And that makes it difficult to really gauge.
Yeah.
So he goes based on size, the pose, and how centered the picture is. That's the 3 things he scores you on.
Now, what's interesting is that if you're playing this on the N64 back in the day, you would have took the cartridge to a local Blockbuster and they would have a kiosk there so you can print out these pictures and keep. On the Wii Virtual Console, they had a similar method to this where you could just save these images, I believe, to your message board. Wonderful. So this does have like a special integration on Wii.
Posted on the message board, which I mean, it's kind of defunct now because I don't, the online feature doesn't work on the Wii U.
Yeah. Although that's another thing. I think that also makes the Wii U version the worst when it comes to features as well, because it doesn't have anything like that to my knowledge.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, because that's the thing is you would have used to have put them on Miiverse.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Good luck with that nowadays.
I'm
Okay,
just
see,
gonna go
like
around the
that
corner for a
person.
second.
That picture right there, I thought it was good because he was jumping, but Professor Oak was like, I've seen better.
Wonderful.
It's so. Hey, that was a good picture of you. What the heck?
Not good enough. There was lens flare. I didn't like that.
Also,
Like this.
every voice clip of Oak in this game is just like so quotable. It's almost unhealthy how quotable these voice clips are.
Yeah. Was this like the first spin-off game that Pokemon got?
One of the first.
I know Pokemon Pinball was another one.
Well, it was Pinball, the trading card game, and I was about to say Hey You Pikachu, but I think that was the last one that came out of this.
Yeah, Pokemon Snap was the first one on N64. It even came before Pokemon Stadium did.
Wow, I didn't actually realize that. That's pretty nuts.
And then, like, Hey You Pikachu finished it off.
I've actually seen on eBay, people have actually legit, like, ripped those, like, kiosks from the Pokemon Snap and put it up on eBay for, like, thousands of dollars.
Those pictures
It's
are not
crazy.
worth that much.
I said, I mean, yeah, nostalgia's great and all, but I wouldn't want to spend that much money for have a kiosk in my house. And I said, you have to have special paper to print it off and everything.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
also
it
make
uses
it
the
hard to
same.
use.
It uses the same thermal paper that the Game Boy printer used from memory, just in bigger sheets.
Yeah.
I think.
Also, I want to mention, this is the time where Gen 1 was out, Gen 2 wasn't out yet, so they went with the Gen 1 Pokemon, which we know there's 151 in Gen 1.
Yeah, but
They only
even
chose
then,
63 in this game.
No,
yeah,
there's only.
as I say, that's like a little over half, I think.
Yeah. So for everyone who's complaining about Pokemon Sword and Shield,
This game only.
maybe you should be angry at
Head-
Pokemon.
Yeah,
Sorry.
like this is like a little under half, and it's fine, but at the same time, it definitely was a big difference compared to, say, like the stadium games that came later, where you have every Pokemon.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, would you honestly want to go around and take a picture of 151 Pokemon in a game? After a while, you'd be, I'm so sick of Pokemon.
Yeah, no, that sounds
But
about
I need
right,
a picture of my
actually, to be
Spearow
fair.
and Pidgey.
There's Diglett. I think this is the one where you have to capture all 3 pictures of Diglett.
Yeah, you get a picture of Diglett and Pikachu both, but I missed it the second time there because my camera said Pikachu. You know, I was aiming for Diglett. Thanks, game. And eventually, Dud Trio will come out, and the more you take of Dud Trio, the more that'll come out, and then you can get a better picture that way of a bunch of Dud Trio together. And then Oak is like, oh my god, they're about ready to go underground. It's like, no, they're not. They're standing straight up.
They're ready to go underground. They just got here. They just got here.
And you can't take an actual picture of Magnemite yet. You have to wait till you come back here. Because you get an item that'll help you get a picture of Magnemite then.
Yeah, because it's.
Magnemite or Magneton?
Magnemite.
Oh no, because that's
yeah.
right. That's right, because they make the noise and crud.
Yeah.
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 And you're not wrong in there, because there is an item you need to use to make a Magneton as well.
Right.
Yeah.
You use it on both the Magnemite to get a picture of them, and then you can get them to evolve the Magneton with the same item.
I love the creativity of how they do that stuff in this game. It's actually really well done, and it's like playing it on the Wii U was the first time I actually physically got the chance to play it and experience it myself. Because I tried playing it on and off at friends' house, and I never absorbed anything from it. But then playing it on the Wii U, I'm like, I'm actually enjoying this game, and dang,
Oh, yeah,
I've avoided
it's a
this
fun
for
game.
too long. Far too long.
It's a nice, easy game. It doesn't take that long to beat.
I didn't
Say,
really
yeah.
go over the album mark, but that's basically where you can save your favorite pictures to keep, and that's where you would take those pictures and print them off at Blockbuster at the time. Is the ones that was in your album mark.
I miss Blockbuster. I really do.
Well,
I
they made an
know
appearance
that-
at TwitchCon, so they somewhat exist.
Oh, it did?
What the hell?
Yep.
That's
Oh, I'm gonna have to
insane.
go look at this afterwards. I didn't know that they appeared. Haunter!
Yeah, that little orb.
That orb was actually a hunter.
Yeah. And Pikachu is pretty much in every level, by the way.
I mean, yeah. He's the mascot.
I meant to say, can you spot the mascot?
And if you try to show Oak if you try to show Oak a picture of Magnemite there, he'll just say there's no Pokemon there.
He's a blind old bat. That's what he is. Maybe that's why
That's
he
a
gives
picture
me
of something very noisy. I'm not interested. Not wonderful.
Wonderful. But that Electabuzz had his back turned to you.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. What?
Yeah, he's a little picky on his pictures, and sometimes I just don't get why he chooses one over the other.
Because he thinks he knows, and he doesn't.
Professor Oka wouldn't trust you with the class of judging a photography class.
No, absolutely not.
No. Okay, this is an example of which picture is better. The first one you took or your new one? And Professor Oak says the first one's better, which I kind of agree, so.
Although sometimes it's arguably wrong when he says, like, oh yeah, this picture where it's barely in frame, so far out of the way, is better than this one that is fully featured in the frame, centered, with a great expression. Why?
Yep,
Why?
because that's
Never understood
Professor
that.
Oak.
Never understood that.
Yep.
You take
Why,
pictures at a good
why?
pace.
Here is a present.
So we're gonna get our first item here. You get 3 different items for Oak. This is the first one. We get apples? Well, I mean, I'm hungry, but thanks?
It's like, huh? Well, I just had to carry a bag of apples so I could just, throw my Pokemon.
Pick them and yeah. As you do.
This is abuse.
Alright, so here's where we're going to start cutting in and just getting pictures of the Pokemon we missed or trying to get better pictures of the one we took. Like this, for example. You can lead Pikachu over to the surfboard and then he becomes Surfing Pikachu. Not kidding, that's the name Oak calls him.
Very creative.
Surfing Pikachu.
Still can't get Snorlax up, though. Not even for food.
Wow, that's surprising.
And then you can hit Chansey with the apple and Chansey will actually come out for
Wait
better.
now, hello.
It's like, I'm not rolling around at the speed down.
And then this one, I tried to get on the first one, but I missed because my camera kept saying I was pointing at Meowth. But if you get a picture of those Pidgey using Gus, you get extra points for it too.
Okay.
That is nice, yeah.
So, it's very lively. It's a picture. How can it be lively?
He's surfing. He's enjoying himself with his hobby.
Don't you judge him.
Don't you judge him.
So yeah, this is basically what you do in Pokemon Snap. This is the whole game right here.
Just take pictures. Gust using Pidgey.
Seems to be screeching.
It seems to be screeching. What does that mean?
I was saying, what are you talking about? I don't see anything different in this picture that makes it screeching, as you put it.
Seems to be screeching. You're screeching! Don't yell at me!
I'm delicate.
I just had to get a picture of the dead Meowth.
Just dead Meowth.
Yeah.
I didn't help him. He just was lying there.
You're dead to me, yeah.
Welcome back.
And
welcome
that was
back,
part one.
and
Thank you.
see you later. Why did you come back?
Why'd you come back? I told you never to come here again.
Welcome back. Now get out.